Shalom, shalom, shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praises unto Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahushai. Double honors unto the apostles of Great Millstone. This is your brother Barakshar coming with another lesson. Yeah, I'm a JMS bystander camp. All right. I salute the elders, the Akiam on down, the sisters and the children that listen, spirit and in truth. All right. Scattered all among the whole world. All right. This is your brother Barakshar once again. I'm a GMS bystander camp, all right? And I'm just doing some lessons, all right? Okay, this title will be Woman Calling Another Man Your Daddy is Adultery, right? Slash, how do you say it? Because I also had a dream, so I'm going to mention that also in this little study, all right? Okay, good. Calling a woman calling another man your daddy, that's adultery. That's also a sin, if you look into the Christianity, the congregations and all these females that are there, they see their pastor as a spiritual father or a daddy. Sometimes you hear that, all right? And it's not cool. And let's say two are married, the pastor has blessed them during their wedding. Let's say if they have a trouble in their household, all right, that female doesn't want to listen. Now the pastor has to come and he has to bring a counsel onto them in their house or somewhere else. And I also got scriptures for that, but it's not biblical, right? Because you have to meddle in your own affairs, right? And you are the head of the house, so that there cannot be another man bossing your wife and bossing you. All right. I know there are orders, but still, it doesn't work like that. All right. I want to go into scripture. Uh, and that scripture will be 1 Peter 4 and I think it was 15. Huh? I'm sorry. Give me 1 second. It's a little bit too late. It's all over 1 o'clock. All right. Oh, now it's 1 o'clock. All right. Okay, good. I'll read from 15. But let no one of you suffer as a murderer, or as a thief, or an evildoer, or as a busybody in other men's matters. All right. You cannot go in other man's matter, man. It's his household. Respect him. You know, your wife cannot call another man a pastor. Daddy. It's wrong. Where is that man, that household, that man? Where is his scriptures? Where is his study? He need to go into the word, you know, to educate his household. In the future, they will have children. In the future, they have sons, daughters. He needs to be in the word so he can teach. That's the whole thing, man. So it's very wrong to say daddy if your wife called someone daddy. It's ridiculous, man. This has nothing to do with jealousy, but there's no order, and that is, you're just doing your own thing. All right. That's why Christianity it's man-made. You have to understand the Bible is a Hebrew book. It's not a Christianity book, right? Or a Christian book. Okay. I also had a dream. I want to talk about that. I saw a lot of brothers making videos also about females and what's actually going to take place in this world. And yeah, I saw it like it was like the spirit, all of a sudden, all these females coming on down, like they're going to be testing those very strange times that are coming up ahead. And all of a sudden I also had a dream, and I did not watch a movie or everything like that, but it was so focused, the dream. And it was about, uh, I was in a certain kind of psych ward, right? I was in a psych ward. Uh, and I broke in that psych ward. And it was like a FEMA camp. But if you go into the psych ward, you can have a lot of, I could just sit on the ground or on the place where I am. It was almost like a big, I'm sorry, a big hospital, right? And everyone had white clothes on. Those doctors that are experienced, they butcher you, So so I was somewhere and I wanted to free someone, and that person is already in real life. That female, she reads the Bible. She reads the Bible. She seeks Yahweh Shem Yoshai. She fasts. She wants to do better. And I knew like she was in there, but no one knew that she was there. So those doctors, they had also had a guard, all right? And that guard was a robot. And that robot was strapped up. He had a lot of weapons. So everywhere where those doctors ran or walked, that robot followed. And we had the first floor, the second floor, and the third floor. And that female I really wanted to save to get her out of there, she was sleeping, but she was also hiding. So uh, the robot, I didn't saw a doctor over there, but I only saw a robot over there. And now I thought like, what am I going to do? Because I don't have weapons on me. How am I going? Because that robot guard is guarding the door. So how am I going to get there without any weapons? So I was thinking like, how I'm going to do this, because where I cannot be caught, man. I cannot be caught. So she knew like she was safe, but if that robot caught her, it was a problem. And uh, there are also very wicked females over there, who are caught, because they didn't have any redemption of Yahweh Shami Washai. And all of a sudden, I saw little stones from heaven, like with lightning, bam, 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 and it fell. And I thought, like, what? And all of a sudden, I had a weapon, and I thought, like, now I can do it. So I start shooting, ba 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 ba, and that robot guard, yeah, it blew up. So I could save her, that female, and I hold her hand, and we ran, and I saw a lot of wicked females over there. They were caught. They were caught by those robot and those doctors, and I think they put a lot of experience on them, and they were in that right robe, like they're going to do some medical stuff on you, and they really, when they look at me, they were very beautiful females, but they were afraid, and I could see the fear in their eyes. All right. And they were not that tough anymore. Like I don't need a man. I can do all bad by myself. They were in a different vibration. All right. So uh, all of a sudden I woke up, and I thought like, man, that's how it is, man. So I really needed to think about it, how to give that dream a place or an explanation of it. And that first person, that female, who knows like she's an Israelite, she was doing her best to 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 please Yahweh Shem Shai. And then I want to say, and then I wrote something down. It's not how you begin, but how you finish. And that's very important. Hold on. It's how you finish, all right? And I want to read in the book of Isaiah, chapter 3 and 6. It's the last scripture I will pull up. Uh, 16, I'm sorry. Moreover, the Lord said, because the daughters of Zion are haughty. In that dream, I saw a lot of females that are, I think, very high lifted of themselves, like nothing can hurt them. But in that dream, when society broke down, they were caught, and all their pride went away because now men, real men, were ruling over them, like false men, criminals, and all kind of stuff, and they were very afraid. And that's what's going to happen with them in Zion and haughty, and walk with stretched forth necks and wanton eyes, mentioning as they go and making tingling with their feet. Therefore the Lord will smite a scab on her crown of the head of the daughter of Zion, and the Lord will discover their secret parts. In that day the Lord will take away their bravery, their tingling, their ornaments, their feet, and their cowls, and their round tires like the moon, the chains and the braces and the muffler. So the Most High will take everything from these females, and there were no men to save them because they were caught. In that some kind of hospital, they had nothing to say than to run. So they were safe. They could get away, not safe, but safe from that psych ward. And they went on the streets again without any protection. All right. In that day, they will seek the Lord, and they will acknowledge that they had make a big mistake because they live by this world. And if you live by this world, you also die by this world. All right. So you better seek Yahweh Basham Yahushai. You know. So I want to wrap it up with this. Shalom and peace. Shalom.